Hello, Ranisha. So, continuing on from where we left off yesterday, and yesterday we did the top four there in one. Okay, this is Lahanach Noch Cuig, page 95, Noch Cuig. So, today we're going to do from E down as far as G there and F down as far as H. So, I think there's 16 sums of them, and that might seem like a lot, but once you get it, you'll fly through it. It's very, very easy. So, this blue box here is key when you're doing these. Absolutely key. It'll make your life so much easier. So for example, if you're doing 16 2/3% of 72. So what you'll do is, you'll go into this blue box, you'll see that 16 2/3%, what fraction is that? It's 1/6. So what do you need to do then? You need to get 1/6 of 72. So it's basically 72 divided by 6, and you'll have that done in seconds. Likewise, 14 2/7% here of 63. Go into this blue box. See what 14 2/7% is. It is, where are you? It is here. It's 1/7. So we get 1/7 of 63. So it's 63 divided by 7. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Same thing here. 11 1/9% of 54. Go in here. Where is 11 1/9%? It is here. It's 1/9 of 54. 54 divided by 9. Same thing here. 12.5% of 56. Go in here to your box. 12.5% is 1/8 as a fraction. So 1/8 of 56. 56 divided by 8 is 7. And you just do that for all of them. You'll fly through them. Just be careful if it's one like this one, 80% of 35. That's 80% we know is here. It's 4/5. So 4/5, it's 35 divided by 5, but don't forget to multiply by the 4 in the end. Okay, so if it's not one like 1/5 or 1/3 or 1 quarter, if it's, you need to multiply by what's on the top at the end. So if it's 3/4, you divide by 4, you multiply by 3. If it's 4/5, you divide by 5, multiply by 4. If it's 7/8, you divide by 8, multiply by 7. Okay, now I'm just going to do an example here for you. I have 20% of 845, so I go to my blue box. 20% is 1/5, so I get 1/5 of 845, and that's 845 divided by 5, that's 1, remainder 3, that's 6, remainder 4. My answer is 169. Sorry, I should have had that in screen more. Okay, 12.5% of 1000. So I go into my box here. 12.5% is 1/8, as I can see. So I'm getting 1/8 of 1000. So it's 1000 divided by 8. So 8 divided by 8 into 1 doesn't go. 8 into 10 goes once, remainder twice. 8 into 20 goes twice, remainder 4. 8 into 40 goes 5. So my answer is 145. I think you'll fly those. I don't think you'll have any problems with those. So it's page 95. Give it your best go. I'm just looking at today's mental maths. Okay, so number one is just like yesterday's one. Okay, so my advice, change them all to percentages. Change them all to the same thing. So we have 75%. 0%, 66 2/3%, and 9%. And what do they ask us? They ask us to, where are you? They ask us to write in descending order. So we do the opposite. One second, no. We go from top or biggest to smallest. So you'll be able to do that. This one, okay, find the volume of this. 3 by 2 is 6 by 7 is 42. This one is 2 by 1 by, that's 4. Okay, how many times? What's 42 divided by 4? Figure that out. Question 5, now similar to the one the last day. We have a shirt which is €50, but it has 10% off. So we need to get 10% of 50. That's easy, but don't forget to take it off. A lot of you the last day, I think it was 20%. You got the 20% and they said that's the answer. No, they want to know the new price of the shirt. Okay, they want to know the new price of the shirt. So it's 50 minus whatever 10% of 50 is. Simplify this ratio. 3/12 is the same as, well, what goes into 3 and 12? 3 goes there once, 3 goes there 4. So you should be able to figure that out. 10 to the power of 6 just basically means 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. So it's going to be 1 and 6 zeros. So you'll figure that out. Question 14, like the other day as well, they want to know the difference between the large rectangle and small rectangle. Small rectangle in here is going to be 3 by 2 is 6. Big rectangle 7 by 4 is 28. What's the difference? Okay, question 15. 70 times 3 is equal to y plus 10. So 70 times 3 is 210. So something plus 10 is equal to 210. So what's y going to be? So 210, that side, this side needs to get up to 210. We have 10 there. What's that going to be? Okay, 16. You can, okay, so to compare the value to see which is cheaper, we need to have the same quantity of both. You can do this two ways. You can bring both of these up to 200 grams, so you can multiply that by 4, or you could bring them both to 50 grams, so you divide the bottom row by 5, or by 4. So I'm going to actually divide the bottom row by 4 because I think it'll be easier in the end. And if I do that, that's going to be 40 cents. So it's very easy to see which is cheaper then or which is better value. Okay. And question 20. So 2/3 of something is 8. And I like the way Victoria used to do this in class. She told us one day, okay. So if 2/3 is 8, we know that 1/3 is going to be 4. So what's 3/3 going to be? What's the total amount? If we know 1/3 is 4, what's the full amount going to be? Or what's 3/3 going to be? And you stick that in there. Shine for today, guys. We're flying. Nearly there now. Another week over. Thank you. Slán live. Give that your best shot. Please watch the videos, okay? Flick back, rewind if you need to. Go back to the point where I'm talking about whatever question. If you watch the videos, you won't go too far wrong because you're well able. Slán live.